Veni Veda Vici, 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 or is it Veni Veda Vici? Veni Veda Vici. No purpose to this stream at all. I'm gonna get that out of the way too. I'm not gonna leave it in front of my face. It annoyed me rewatching that video when I did with it earlier. From Haiti. Handmade from Haiti. From scrap metal. Old 55-gallon oil drums and stuff. I will be smoking a cigarette in this video. I apologize to anybody. Actually, no, I don't apologize at all. Really, I don't apologize, but I know it bothers some people to watch it. So, if it bothers you to hear the topics and the things that I have to speak on and discuss every single day, that, you know, regardless if it's on the internet or not, and I'm mainly on TikTok now, but yeah, I can't cater to anyone, you know what I mean? If I'll light a cigarette in real life when I'm not making a video, but then I choose not to smoke on the video, it's dishonest. It's dishonest and it's deceptive. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to make it look like I don't or something, so. I don't play those games. They're a slippery slope. I could go into a few things that are on my mind, but actually the reason why I started this stream is I just figured, you know, I'll go as long as whatever, if somebody comes and starts, you know, conversating or anything like that, but I'm not going to just start rambling and everything. I kind of started this stream just to, like, conversate anybody out there that felt like hanging out, chatting, getting a conversation started, then you're more than welcome. But definitely have things on my mind to talk about. I just don't want to turn it into like a video. I was going to try to... all I'm doing is I'm just opening the line up for communication. I don't have anybody in mind. PM Don Michael, what's up, buddy? I'm glad you're here. Take care, brother. How's everything going with you? What is new? I haven't heard from you in a while. I haven't heard from you in a while. Well, I guess it hasn't been long. Just not so frequent, I guess. That's me, because I know that that's because I don't upload frequently enough anymore. That's why I know a lot of people aren't on TikTok and don't watch TikTok, but it's where I'm more active because it's where I do better, you know? It's not because, oh, I just love TikTok or something like that. It's because I've never got over 100,000 views on anything on YouTube. I've never gotten 20,000 views on YouTube, I don't think, not on one video. I've gotten like over 5 on one video. I just got over 5 on that short. But on real videos, it's really hard. For me, at least on YouTube. I just am not doing it right, I guess. I'm not saying I'm doing it right on TikTok either, but I'm at least getting some kind of traction there. Nice. So what do you think, Michael? What's going on right now? Is it the actual power shift that, you know, a lot of us have expected for a long time? What's going on right now? PM Don Michael, what's going on in the world right now? I'm serious, I'm not joking at all. Tell me what's going on in the world right now. I wouldn't ask somebody that I didn't care to hear the answer from. Put it that way. I've communicated enough with Michael and stuff that I would like to hear what he has to say about the modern moment, the current events, the plague called humanity. What's going on here? A lot of lying going on, I think. A lot of, one thing I do want to speak about, I'm not going to go into just rattling about East Palestine this whole stream or anything. Spiritual cleansing and physical destruction. That's right. Yeah. Right. Correcto mundo. Michael. Yeah. I agree too. This place is getting cleaned. Inside and out. It's getting cleaned. And I, for one, give me a broom. Hand me the mop. I know it's not any of our responsibilities, that there are powers greater than ourselves. But I'm here to do what needs to be done. If the cleansing here needs an extra set of hands, put me to work. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. I'm already in. Already in. And if you're here, you're one of the two people. If you're PM Don Michael, or if you are the other person who hasn't said hello to me yet, then you're involved too. As soon as you start to find out, and then if you start seeking and digging into it, you're involved. As soon as you know, as soon as your awareness is at all, you are involved. It's okay though, because imagine that you was sitting down playing video games, maybe now or as a kid, and playing video games with your friends or your family, your brothers, sisters, cousins, somebody. You're playing video games, right? Would you want, say it's a multiple controller game, would you want your controller to just be a spectator player? Like, say you're sitting down with a bunch of your friends and back in school or something, and they're playing a video game, and it's a multiplayer game, and you had a choice. You'd be like, alright, well, we all got our own player and our own controller, but you could choose. Your player can just run around and look and observe, but have no effect at all on anything in the game. Or you could be a player in the game and use your controller the way it was meant to be used. That's what it's like to be a person. Some people want their head in the sand. Some people want to figure out their controls a little better. I happen to be one of the people who is learning how the controls work. It's all from inside of us. Everything that we experience, whether it's together, whether we experience things as a mass population, or whether we experience something by ourselves walking down the sidewalk with no other people around, this is definitely some kind of mirror reality. Our eyeballs and everything, it is some kind of projection, some kind of mirror reality. It's coming from in us somehow, some way. The PM Don Michael says, the great breaking into pieces of realities people have set up as their gods. Yeah, I'm gonna read that one more time. I just like how it sounds. The great breaking into pieces of realities people have set up as their lowercase g gods. I don't know exactly what along the lines you were thinking of there, Michael, but think about like I'm sure you've noticed this. I'm sure you have. Probably noticed it for years. And it's probably gotten worse the longer you notice it. But people are like the extras, the characters in a video game, like in Grand Theft Auto, how people have their little preset, like there isn't a lot of options of what they can do. If you go up with your player and you try to talk to one of the NPCs on Grand Theft Auto or something, they have like automated responses. They can only reply in a certain amount of ways, and they can't, come up with it on their own or anything like that. It's like a preset thing. Unfortunately, like, I don't like saying like, oh, some people don't have souls. I don't mean that at all. I don't mean that at all. And I don't mean anything about people's value. I do have opinions about it, but that's not what I'm saying right now. But what I'm saying right now is that there's a lot more people who, like how I said about the controller thing, like how they just decide, I'll just be an observer. I'll just run around and look. There's a lot more people choosing to do that in this life than there is people trying to actually affect the game. And I know a lot of people be like, vengeance is the Lord's, you gotta have faith in God, but you know what? At the end of the day, He gave me 2 legs, 2 arms, the ability to think, walk, talk, and then notice these things and learn and see these synchronicities guide me into understandings that I would have never gotten to on my own. If it wasn't for these synchronicities happening every day, all day, I would never have, the things would have never like clicked that did click so far. So I don't subscribe to that, like, oh no, you don't do anything. You just wait on God. No, I think God already did what He's going to do. He built me and put me here. That's it. Now it's time to play the game. Like, I believe that. I do believe that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm not saying there's not some kind of help or anything. There's not any type of, angelic entities or deities that work for the Creator that are of a higher vibration, a higher frequency. I do think that they exist. I do think a lot of them are not disembodied, but without bodies, if that makes any sense. Because I think disembodied would mean like they was alive in the flesh and now they're not, but I don't think so. I think some of these things are, and I say things because I think that they are just light that is conscious, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure that all of you have heard this before, but angels, and then the word angles, like angles of light, angels of light, it's something, man. But like that, meeting Dave from East Palestine here, how could that happen at like 2 a.m., 2:30, 3 a.m., it may be before 3, between 2 and 3 a.m., I don't ever ask anybody, ever. I don't say, where are you from? Just out the blue to somebody I don't know just because we're on an elevator together. I don't do that. That's not me. If I don't really speak unless spoken to. Like, if you ever see me in public and you watch me and stuff, you'll see that, like, I don't purposely cause interactions all the time and stuff because I'm not interested in anything that can come from most of them. I'm already doing what I need to be doing, and with the people that I need to be meeting and getting to know and all that stuff. I don't want to just go and find people on elevators and stuff and start using time with conversation. So it was strange that I was the one that was like, where are you from? And then when he said East Palestine, my ears started ringing so loud and I got so manic, and it hasn't really left yet because I instantly knew, like, God put me in this elevator with this man. And now I've already seen, like, reasons why. Zen Wen. Does the AZ stand for Arizona, or is it like Azazel, or is it like AZ, just the initials? I'm just curious. You have to go within, Arizona. How is it down there? You guys had a truck flip over a couple weeks ago, the same time as the derailments full of nitric acid. It just plumed up out of it in like an oranges colored terror smoke cloud. And I'm not fear mongering at all. We're fine. There's things that play bigger here than somebody who's setting up the stuff that we're witnessing. That's the thing about Southwest Michigan. Michigan in the house. I'm going to be in Michigan sometime this year. Sometime early this year. So keep that. I'll get in touch with you, PM Don Michael, if you feel like me getting in touch with you if I end up around your way, because I'm planning on it. I'm gonna come. I want to come up to Michigan, and I want to stay a few days in a couple different places and stuff. I don't really have reasons other than I want to, but I've realized that when I feel drawn somewhere, or when I feel like I want, like when something repetitively pops into my mind, then I know that it's probably somehow, it's more than just a thought. Something's inspiring it. Tucson. It was about 2 hours from where you're at, about a 2-hour drive where the nitric acid came out of that overturned truck and trailer. Yeah, I just take a second to say that I'm pretty sure that this coordinated attacks. I mean, I know anybody here that's in the chat on my stream probably is not going to learn anything new from me, because you probably already know. Yes, sir, I'll be there. I won't forget about you when it gets close to. I don't know exactly when, but it won't be long. It will be in the spring. It will be before summer. I gotta talk to somebody else too. I gotta make sure everything is the way that it needs to be. But regardless, I still want to come to Michigan. But what was I saying about that truck? Because that truck that had, I just take the time to point out that I'm pretty sure this is a coordinated and nefarious effort in order to poison the United States of America's water supply. And it's probably more global. There's probably more events taking place in Western countries and stuff. I mean, I do know that there has been some stuff happen with the same kind of thing, like hazardous chemicals, acidic chemicals and stuff getting released into the environment that wasn't just in the U.S. I know it happened in Canada. I know there's been some, and I am convinced that there has been plenty that we don't know about, because they're just ticking time bombs. I said this I did 2 streams about East Palestine, just all the derailments and all the things happening in the factories and the trucks overturning, just a lot of stuff. I did with Jacob of Ephraim. I did 2 streams with him. And I suggest that anybody please go and watch them. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been for the first one, but it doesn't matter. This is important. That's just like last night whenever I was doing that short video with Dave. I didn't have a storage space. I only had like 2 minutes and something to record. And then I talked over him for like a minute or a minute and a half of it, which is really not what I should have done. You guys can hear me anytime on here. I should have just shut up. I just got so manic when I found out, like, I just got so excited. Like, and it never went away. As soon as I realized that it's like 2:30 in the morning and I'm standing in the elevator with somebody that literally, is from ground zero of what I've been investigating and obsessing about. So he got some. Hey, he got some. Hey, Michael, he got some. I didn't think of that. He got some. Huh? My man, I forgot. I don't even got to travel with it. He's got some. He better have some buried somewhere. Huh? I ain't gonna say your name while I'm in these sentences, because I'm not like that. But he got some. That's a good idea, PM Don Michael. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Tim Truth made some interesting. Sorry, I'm reading 2 comments at once. What's up, wise guy? The Truth made some interesting observations also. You should check out his channel if you haven't already. I know I heard somebody else say that name. I will. I will. And if you think of it, not that it's your responsibility, Zen, but if you think of it, comment to one of my videos or to this one once it, because it takes a second to get up, but just say that in a comment, because I don't want to forget. If anybody tells me, hey, you should check out this channel, if it's like a truther channel or whatever, conspiracy theorist channel or something like that, I will check it out. It doesn't matter if I don't keep watching them or not. But if you come on here, or you come in my comments or my email, or you text me or you message me on Telegram, and you tell me that you think that I should see something or I should look up somebody's content, I promise you I'll take it seriously. I just don't want to forget, because I want to look tonight, because I feel like, I'll tell you why I'm so serious about that, is because it's synchronized, okay? Like, I don't think it's random, Zen, that you're telling me to look at Tim Truth channel. I think that that's purpose that way. I think that that is a message that you are giving me from higher up, or maybe lower down. I don't know. It's hard to tell, because I don't think it is the way that everybody thinks it is with the up and down stuff. But I still say stay up, even if you just take it metaphorically, like up in spirit. That's tough, Michael. I don't know if you ever told me that. I figured you did, my man, SJD. I'm coming to see you. I'll talk to you beforehand, because I don't know what week it's going to be yet or anything, but I'm counting on April to early May. I have some things I have to have set up first, like with my arrangements here and everything, because I really want to not have an exact, I don't want to rush around and be like, oh yeah, I got to get here this day, and then come and hang out with Steve for these 2 days or something, and then have to, I just want to be like, all right, well, I'm going to go back within this span of days. Like, maybe have like a 3-4 day period where, like, I plan on staying this many days in Michigan, and then like sometime throughout this next period of days is when I'm going to leave. But I don't want to have it, I want to let things just, I just want to go hang out. I don't want to have to be like knowing when I'm leaving and stuff. So yeah, I just got to get a few things in order, but it will be soon. It will be within the next few weeks. And then I just want to be able to not stress the travel back. I want to be able to leave whatever day it just comes that I can tell is when it's time. You won't need one. I'll come. When I go, I'll come all the way to your. I mean, as long as you're okay with it, and I talk to you ahead of time, I'll pull right up to your to you. I have a legal driver's license. So anybody on here who's known me for a while, I don't know how much I've told you guys. I try not to talk too much about it, because for the last 10 years I've been driving without a driver's license, and 2 days ago I got them back. So that's another reason why I'm going to start. I'm probably going to be in Philly too, but I'm going to come to Michigan first. But I'm probably going to pop up in Philly too. I have a driver's license now, and I'm about to have a vehicle that's a little bit better condition to take. I should have it, Steve. You got mine, right, too? But I should have it. After I get everybody asleep tonight, Steve, if you want me to give you a call, you give me a call. I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna go down to this little gym, and because I gotta get in shape. It's just not even about being in shape or being stronger or looking strong. It's not that at all. I'm telling you the truth. The reason why I have to get into exercising and really like lifting and stuff is because of how I feel when I do, and how I feel when I don't, and how my brain works. I don't function properly at all whenever I'm not like physically exerting myself on a daily basis. Good, wise guy. You got it back. You made it through that period too. It's stressful to do that. I did too. I'm pretty sure I got it safe too. You can always call me too, buddy. I don't really talk to anybody. Even though I make videos with Jacob Avi from and stuff, I don't even get to talk to him much at all, really. Like, I really don't. Everybody is just got so much going on. It's almost like, it's just almost like designed that way. Like, it's a challenge to even pay attention and make any content. And like I said, I'm on TikTok more than I'm on YouTube now. It's not because I think TikTok's better or even because I think one or the other's better. I'm on TikTok more because I can get more views there. That's the only reason, is because I'm doing better on it than I am ever on YouTube. Zen no vehicle either. I would like to do a big loop. I know it probably isn't going to happen all at the same time or anything, Zen, but I would like to come down. I want to go to the Four Corners area in Arizona. I want to go to a few places where I've seen, there's petroglyphs and there's places that I want to go in Utah, Arizona, Nevada. Truthfully, if I had the funds, the time, and like the way to transport myself, I would just spend a whole year really just taking in the US. Like, I really would. I would just take my kids, my family with me. Well, that's why I feel like, if there's any intelligence agents on my stream or anybody, that's like from the inner workings of this system with any type of authority or anything, I think, I'm not trying to be funny or joke around or anything like this, but I think that our government is purposed to give me a helicopter to use and a pilot. I do. I think it's part of this reality. I think that one way or another, I'm going to have access to a helicopter in the near future. I know that sounds crazy, but if you understood and seen all the synchronicities that go along with what I'm saying right now, and my years and years and years of obsessions with these helicopters, and if I had a helicopter, I really feel like I could change the world without a dollar. If I had a helicopter, fuel, and somebody to fly it until I learned, I really feel like that I could literally change the literal reality just by being able to show up places unannounced. Yeah, on his imagination. What's he gonna fly you on? He's fucking silly. I keep to myself, Susan. Same here, SJD. Same here. Yeah, right, wise guy. I did it for 10 years too. Like 9 or 10, I think 2013, 2014, I lost them. My own fault. I can't even blame the system. I should never have needed them though. I should be allowed to travel regardless. I do believe that. I don't believe that no human being should be born on US soil, grow up, be physically capable to drive safely, and then be told for something that was non-violent, no victims, there's no crime. When there's no victim, there's no crime. So, like, traffic violations and shit, even DUIs, honestly, unless you hit, I know that sounds bad, but technically, if there's no victim, there's no crime. I'm not saying we should let everybody drink and drive until they hurt somebody, but I'm saying that, it needs to be thought about. He's a dummy. I didn't know you had your CDLs. That current SJD? I mean, do they need renewed or anything right now? Yeah. Well, you know what it is everything, the prices, everybody always talks about inflation or stuff like that. They just need to be able to keep the majority of us struggling. As long as they keep us struggling, they have all the power. The moment that we have time to step back, think, and eliminate our daily stresses, as soon as a human being has enough, and I don't have it, I'm speaking from speculation and the observation of other people and what I believe, but I don't believe money fixes everything or anything like that, but I believe in this reality, once you reach a certain point with finances, the reality for you changes because your perception changes because you're not in survival mode anymore. That's why they have to, the inflation and stuff. It doesn't have anything to do. All the money's fake. All that stuff. It's like a monopoly game. Like it's all fake. It's only real to us. And they just they got to keep us struggling. That's it. They got to keep us struggling. That's why it's so key to learn how to not give a shit about most of this stuff. If it doesn't involve a person in my family, somebody that I know, any person, I care about everybody to, a certain extent, I care about people because, we're all people and I feel that oneness connection now and stuff ever since I went real hard into psilocybin last year, in the past year. But I just completely got my train of thought just shoot, like completely wiped. Like I don't even know kind of what I was just saying at all. You guys both got CDLs? Oh, you just need to renew your another country together and turn. Good. Yeah. Keep that current. So you could drive a semi truck, right, Steve? Like legally. Like you could get, if you had like a semi truck, like a regular tractor and trailer, would you legally, like if you got pulled over and you handed them your CDL, that's all the right thing for you to be driving, like just a regular semi truck. The guy from East Palestine, Dave, he's a trucker. He drives truck at night sometimes. He doesn't go every night, and he wasn't last night. I'm pretty sure he's going to be here tonight. I'm going to make a video with him if he wants to, but I don't want to hound him either because I don't really have a solution. These people are stressing. That's why I just went swimming with them, with my family and stuff, and them, and I asked him while we were in the pool, I was like, did you ever hear anything, like when they put you up in this hotel and stuff, and they give you your little allowance, and I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but that's what they do. They give you a little allowance, and they put you up in a hotel. And I said, did they tell you anything like a projection date or when they would bring you back or what would happen in the long run here? Like, what's going to be going on 90 days from now? You still going to be living in this hotel room, or are you going to be back home, or are you going to, like, what's going to happen? And they don't know at all. They have no idea. They don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's not right. You can't destroy the environment where people are. Not even speaking about plants and trees and animals and insects and all the living stuff, but going where humans live, destroying the environment, making it unsafe. Here's a better one. Then you kick the people out. Emergency evacuation. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You kick everybody out when it happens. And then a day later, 2 days later, what was it? I don't know how long it was. Right after the emergency evacuation, all of a sudden it's, come back, come back, come back, come back home. Come back to East Palestine. The water's safe. That's what they told them. They said, come back, come back, come back, right after the emergency evacuation. So then they all come back. And then shortly after that, they're told, oh, wait, no, we're having all this water brought in. Don't use the water. Be careful of this. Be careful of that. All this dangerous stuff all of a sudden. So why'd you rush everybody back home? Well, here, I'm going to tell you why they rushed everybody back home right now. They did the emergency evacuation and rushed everybody back and told everybody it was safe to come back like almost immediately, because there's something with like the federal government, something that's already in law, in writing and stuff, that if this happens, if a train derailment happens, hazardous materials, hazardous chemicals contaminate the water or the land or anything to the extent that the locals, the residents have to evacuate, then like Norfolk, because of the federal government, is not allowed. I don't think it's state. I'm pretty sure it's federal government, does not, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It does not allow them to operate and move the trains at all until the residents can safely come back to their homes. So if you do an evacuation because of a train derailment, you can't use that track again, and you can't move your trains until you fix your mess to where the residents can come back. So let me repeat this so you understand what I'm saying. They rushed everybody out of their emergency evacuation. They told them, you surely will die if you stay. When they evacuate everybody, they told Dave and they told his wife in East Palestine that if he didn't leave, and when they were going to burn it and all that stuff, that they would die. That's what they told him. Okay, that's firsthand. This isn't on the news. They didn't say, oh, it's very dangerous or anything. They told him, leave or die. So then they left. Then they rushed them back because they couldn't move their train. So they seemed to be pretty deceptive about what they were doing. It seems like they sacrificed all those local residents' health because they didn't care. It was more important to get those trains moving, probably to get a bunch of evidence away, to tell them it's safe. Then once they come back, they get their trains running. They probably get to ship everything that they needed, so somebody like me couldn't notice anything up there looking around. They get their trains running again, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, it's really not safe. It's really not safe, but we just needed you guys to come back because, red tape and all. We needed you to come back and pretend like it was safe so we could go back to doing whatever they're doing. Just wanted to point that out, that I really think that they sacrificed all them people's health on purpose. Like, that's a big thing, because you can use that. That's a literal thing that a judge, that cannot be ignored. Okay? How could you say they didn't know it was dangerous whenever they emergency evacuated everybody? You gotta leave right now or die. And then right afterwards, no, come back. And then once they're back, well, don't actually use the water. We're getting a bunch of pallets shipped in for all the local. Listen, they did that just so they could get their evidence hidden. They needed to get the trains running. There was red tape stopping it from happening. They couldn't get around it because it was legitimate law and they couldn't do anything about it. So there was only one way around it. Bring the locals back. Tell them it's safe. As soon as they're back in their home, hurry up, move everything you need to move. And, try to curb collateral damage the best you can and give them bottled water and stuff. But it doesn't matter because they're breathing it in. They're there. It's not right. That would be cool to get a big old motorhome. Just stroll, just go wherever you want to go and park and maybe, stay as long as you want to stay. And when you're ready to see something else, get it back in and start heading whatever direction you feel. Nice, Michael. Nice. Yeah, that sounds a little sketchy. What are they trying? I mean, I know that too, but I'm not. What did I say that you said that they're trying to ignite and stir up unrest? They they brought them back to be able to move those trains probably to get rid of evidence of what really. I'm not saying that all the people on site, I don't think like the police in East Palestine or like the fire department, I don't think that they're corrupt or in some nefarious agenda or anything. But I think they were given orders that they had no choice to follow when they burnt that stuff and everything. That was the improper procedure, and that the ones that was given the orders are probably the ones that are involved. Whoever, if we could trace back where the order came from to light that on fire, to burn it, they punctured holes in the cars, the train cars, and they ignited it, and they didn't waste any time about it either. And if you could really find out where the order came from, because I also heard that the police were the one that did it. So somebody, I'm not blaming the police. They take orders. It's what they're trained to do. I get it. That's what they're going to keep doing. That's the problem. That's the problem with the intelligence agencies. That's the problem with the military. That's the problem with all law enforcement. They don't know how to determine when orders have become unlawful. They don't get it. They don't know that we've way past that line. We've way past that line. It literally says in the Constitution that it's like our responsibility to not let this happen. Take care, then. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good night and stay up. I'm not going to be out here much longer anyways. I wanted to just do a short stream and just open the lines of communication up. Anybody here, if you ever want to talk to me and stuff, Steve, I'll talk to you soon. But if anybody wants to talk to me, Michael, Zen, anybody that is seeing this at a later time or anything like that, I'm not unreachable. I'm busy a lot of the time, but I get back to people and stuff. If you send me a message or something like that, I will really call you back. And appreciate you, SJD. Anybody willing to give me a thumbs up? Any I don't even say it or anything because I just don't feel like this channel is like I don't know, it's probably my content on why it doesn't grow. I have to take responsibility for that, but it just seems a lot easier on TikTok. Thank you guys for the thumbs up though. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go see Dave again. If anybody has any ideas, comment it on this one or the last video or anything, but I don't really know how useful me talking to him really is like on video, because it's not like I've got some kind of big secret breakthrough to put on the video that I haven't already been talking about for weeks and saying. I think we all kind of see what's going on here. But it ain't over. It's not over. It's not over. There's more at play here. It's just like how I even met this gentleman from East Palestine, by being in the elevator with him at, not, even in the city I live in, just randomly. And I know, believe me, there's some people out there to be like, oh, that's not legitimate. Somebody's messing with you, or it's gang stalking, and, it wasn't a synchronicity or whatever. Somebody planned that out to mess with you and to get you to take the bait and focus on it and stuff. Well, if that's true, it's not going to do anybody any good, because it's not the only thing that I'm focused on at all. It's not even partially like what I'm focused on. So I can literally handle all of this stuff with like meeting people and talking to them and stuff, and literally it's not, I gotta quit saying literally and actually. That's annoying when I watch my own videos, but it wouldn't do any good if that was the case. So all it's going to do is give me a chance to learn more of the workings. But I'm going to go and hang out with the family, and I'm going to do a little nighttime workout, and expect uploads. Subscribe to Justin Michael Sims, no spaces, no capitals, 320 on TikTok. I didn't pick that number either, that 320. Every name I tried to pick on TikTok, it said it was already taken. I had to let it auto-generate the name. So, But I just turned 32 years old too, so I don't mind it. It's just 320. So maybe it did that from my birth date. Maybe that's why it was the one that I was suggesting. But I don't know. I can't even think straight right now. I've been running around, not sleeping enough hours, and just like I'm just wore down. I just got to be able to recalibrate a little bit and step back. I know there's a lot going on around me right now. A lot of opportunity. I see this as something that can be handled. Like I don't see these contaminations and stuff as like something that's just this isn't like some unbeatable enemy or something like that. You know? It's not. It's not. A lot of us are here just for this. Well, not just for this, but you know what I mean. Well, I like to see the three, Steve. Peace, wise guy. Have a good night, brother. Stay up. Michael, SJD, hit me up whenever you guys want. I appreciate you. I love you, brothers. Talk to you soon. Stay up.